Holy, wow, what big news breaking out tonight? Holy shit, I'm not expecting many viewers today, but the Montreal Canadiens have come out today and announced they have fired head coach Claude Julien and assistant coach Kirk Muller. This coming as an absolute shocker to most of us. I was not, especially me included. I was definitely not expecting to fire Claude Julien after last night. I was expecting us to wait a little while. Hey, Windy City, Ryan L, how you guys doing, man? Thank you for joining the stream. No, I was gonna say first. Oh, big rip Winslow. Oh, fuck me. Fuck. The connection's unstable. But Winslow, that sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. Ryan L, you're at school right now. Let's go. There we go. Holy shit. Okay, there we go. It's working again. My apologies, everybody. But basically, the Montreal Canadiens have fired Kirk Muller and the head coach Claude Julien, and they're replacing them with interim head coach, keyword being interim, Dominique Ducharme. Yeah, rip ones. Oh, I did lag. Implicit, let's go. Big hype in the chat. And Vancouver Canucks legend Alex Burrows is joining the team as a member of the coaching staff. By the way, my apologies if I stumble over my words or if I sound weird. I literally woke up 20 minutes ago. The Habs are missing out for not. Yeah, Winslow for sure, man. They're missing out for not hiring me. I mean, I don't know. I might have gotten an email that I missed. I don't know. I'm just saying. Yo, implicit. Love you too, man. No homo. Unless you wanted full homo, then in that case, full homo. But right now, no homo. No, but seriously, guys, the Canadiens, they started the year 7-1-2. So why fire Julien? Basically, it's kind of a combination of different things. The fact that we've since gone I believe it's 2-4-3, in the regular season, since going 7-1-2. Our power play is not working, which is probably why we got rid of Kirk Muller. Our PK is doing decent some nights, other nights not so much. We're very inconsistent. We'll come out and we'll score 2 goals one game, and then we'll come out and score 5 the next. Obviously, we're not going to manage 5 goals a game for the rest of the year, but we should be somewhere around 3 to 4, not scoring 2 on some nights, and if we're lucky, scoring 4 or 5. But basically, something on a downward spiral. We went from being tied for first in the division with the Toronto Maple Leafs, to being now fourth in our division, being fourth in the Northwest Division, as I like to call it, the North Division, the Canadian Division, as you will. Something had to be done, and Claude Julien is going to pay the price. We had very, very high expectations for this season because of who we went out and got. We traded to get Jake Allen, who fantastic goaltender right now. We went out and got Joel Edmondson. We traded for Joel Edmondson from I believe he was with the St. Louis Blues, Carolina Hurricanes, one of the two. But we went out and got him for that big hitting defenseman. Went out and got Tyler Toffoli and Josh Anderson, who are both goal scorers. However, fucking, what was I about to say? What the fuck was I just talking about? This is what I'm saying, guys. I should have woken up at fucking 12. I should have woken up at 12 because, like, holy shit, I'm stammering right now. Yeah, let's go, Rich J. Claude Julien is fucking gone. Let's go, tape to tape. Big hype. The Habs are just being compared with a league-wide juggernaut. Don't feel disappointed you couldn't keep that up. TBC, I don't know how I feel about us being compared to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Na. Hey, goodbye. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Claude Julien is gone as head coach of the Canadiens, boys. It's time to fucking celebrate. We were on a downward spiral. Our goal scoring wasn't keeping up. But we got Tyler Toffoli and Josh Anderson, who are both goal scorers. But Josh Anderson is, of course, also kind of the last good power forward in the NHL. Who's next, and is there more moves to come? Rich J. I've got no clue, honestly. If we keep this up, there could be more moves. The other two people that we did have behind the bench are staying. It's just Molpe and Julien that are moving right now. Very shocked by Kirk Muller moving. I was not expecting us to actually go ahead and fire our power play coach. Because I believe Julien Muller is the guy in charge of the power play. Really surprised we would fire Kirk Muller, but hey, this could maybe bring new life for us. Hyman's a top tier power forward. I don't know about that, TBC. I wonder what the phone would have been like. You're fired. Your stuff is on the lawn. No, Sons of Liberty. Apparently, Julien was told this morning. He's very professional about it, as he most of the time is. So there was that. So he did take it professionally. Yeah. I'm sorry for yawning, by the way, guys. Like I said, I just got up like 20 minutes. I set the stream up immediately. But the Montreal Canadiens, they did fire. Our expectations are really high, and after going 7-1-2, we were doing pretty good, and then we fell off a bit. So, Claude Julien had to pay. Claude Julien, and unfortunately, Kirk Muller had to pay. To be fair, he was on pace for TBC. Yeah, Hyman was on pace for something crazy like that. Like, what was his career high before last year? Wasn't that 55, 53 points, something around there? 23 goals, something like that. Like, he was on pace for roughly 30 to 35 goals like last year. He would have been really solid. I mean, anyone playing with Matthews and Marner realistically should be really solid, but like even then he was just genuinely playing really good when I did watch the Maple Leafs. I always pointed out like, hey Hyman, you're doing good stuffs. But yeah, Claude Julien, I think it is important to point out he was 60 years old. 41 points in 50 games the year before that year. Jesus, let's go. 41 points. He took it professionally until he went home and cried into his pillow. Hey, Sons of Liberty. That could have been the case. I mean, if I was the head coach of Canadiens and I got fired, I'd probably cry into my pillow as well. But yeah, important to note, Julien is 60 years old. And he was one of the highest paid, one of the highest paid head coaches in the NHL. He was making $5 million per year. So it's good to right here. Luke Richardson and Stephon Waite will retain their duties with the coaching staff. There we go. So that's who is retaining. That's who's staying on the coaching staff. And Alex Burrows, if I remember correctly, I don't think he's had a coaching job before anyone else, or before in anywhere else, unless I'm mistaken. But I don't know if Burrows has not had a. I don't know if Burrows has had a job anywhere else in coaching. It's not a head coach, but even just coaching. I think this is really interesting. Hiring Alex Burrows, I think could really help the Canadiens. I really like that, which is funny. You go from the head coach who led the Bruins to the Cup in 2011 to the guys who lost the Cup in 2011. I just think it's kind of funny. Yeah, Mark Bergeron's to-do list this morning: feed the dog, water the plants, work out, and then fire Claude Julien. Let's go, Rich J. He probably did it in that order. He probably woke up, fed his little doggo, watered his plants, went to work out for like 5 minutes. I was like, "Yo, Julien, you're fired. Get the fuck out, bitch." And they hung up his phone. Habs fans, no, fuck you, TBC. I don't want that abusive piece of shit on my team. David Arthur, how's it going, man? David Arthur, let's go. What's going on? Hey, THG, man, don't get in trouble, man. I liked Julien personally, for a while. Like I thought, he's won a cup with the Bruins. He might be able to help us do good stuff. But recently, I've definitely seen a big change. Like because my expectations for the Canadiens were high, like last year. But like this year, I was expecting us to be first, second in the league, or in the league, in the North Division. Not in the league, probably 10th in the league, but second in our division. But yeah, recently I do have to say, like, I do not like what Claude Julien was doing with the team. And hopefully this changeup helps the team more than it ruins it. Hopefully Dominique Ducharme, who has had decent success. He did coach. He was a head coach in the QMJHL for 7 years. His team was in the playoffs 6 years. 6 of those 7 years. He had 58 wins in the regular season with the Halifax Mooseheads, who won the President's Trophy and the Memorial Cup that year. And he's also won two medals as a head coach on the international stage. Big shout out to the Canadiens NHL page for bringing that up to me. But yeah, I hope this helps. And hiring Alex Burrows as well. Sorry, Vancouver fans, but hiring Alex Burrows I think could really help the Canadiens. I really like that changeup. Is this coach any good? Taps? Like I just said, he's been pretty successful in the QMJHL. I think he could be pretty solid. I mean, he is only interim. But I'm interested. Could this just be something to hold off until the end of the season where we maybe go after Gallant or Roy? Or is it just something where it's like, hey, we'll make you interim for now, and if we really like what you do, you're going to be the head coach? Like, is it kind of like a spoken word, like you will be head coach if you do good, or is it just like whether you do good or not, you're just the interim for now? Like, I think that'd be really interesting. Yeah, Elias. I think Patrick Waugh would have been an interesting choice. I think it would have been fitting to bring home Patrick Waugh. Like, hey, you were our goalie, now you're our head coach. I think that would have been really cool. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens at the end of the year. Watch Montreal beat Winnipeg 9-2. If we somehow beat Winnipeg 9-2, I think that kind of makes it official. Like, yeah, Julien was playing more of a defensive style in hockey. Doing good, man. Hey, David Arthur, yeah, Julien as a person, like, yeah, I like him. I was really hoping he would recover from his heart issues in the playoffs. I'm really happy he did. But as a head coach, yeah, I don't like him that much. I don't like the defensive style of hockey that he tries to play, but ends up trying to go for offense by getting Bergevin getting Toffoli and Anderson, so he used to try and play them in a defensive style where they're not really like that. Hey, Harry Nuts Skinner, how's it going, man? Thank you for coming by to the stream. Mike Fiore. Yeah, he's better than David Quinn, man. I'm so sorry, Rangers fans. Sorry, not sorry. Bruins fans beat Mike Babcock Leafs in 7 games. Leafs suck. Matthews didn't get iced on. Big rips, TBC. Yeah, TVHG, I agree. It seems like a really good choice to be the interim for now. Seems like a really good choice to be interim in case he somehow does poorly, knock on wood. Then it's like, all right, interim, you'll be out. We're sorry for whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then, blah, 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 blah. Hire whoever. But then if it's like, hey, you're doing pretty good as head coach, you want to be the full-time head coach, something like that, Like if we somehow get off to, like, say, 7-0-3 after hiring Dominique Ducharme, I think we could confirm, guys, that it was in fact Claude Julien. Well, I can't say 7-0-3 because that was the same amount of games we played when we were good. Okay, say if we go to say 12-4-2, somehow making up some fucking ridiculous record that we'll have. If we go that from now on, I think that could confirm, like, hey, yeah, it was Julien that was holding us back. Bouchard is a simp, confirmed. Bouchard is a bust nuts, lol, cardboard simp. Thank you, Winslow. Yeah, QMJHL coach seems legit. Forgive for my ignorance, but where does this Ducharme guy come from? Rich J, hey, no problem, man. He was an assistant coach for us, apparently. I'm actually going to close ESPN. It might be slowing me down. Yeah, he was an assistant coach with the Canadiens. He joined in April 2018 after having 10 seasons in the QMJHL. Hoisted the Memorial Cup with the Halifax Mooseheads in 2012-2013. He also earned the Brian Claria Coach of the Year award, and was also awarded in the CHL's Coach of the Year award and the QMJHL's Ron Lapointe trophy for top coach in the league. So he joined the Canadiens a few years ago, but yeah. So he seems pretty legit. So hopefully he does stay. Hopefully he does stay and do good stuffs. Hey, David Arthur, good to talk to you as well, man. See you later. Yeah, as long as Lord Jesus stays Montreal Cup contenders, hell yeah, Sons of Liberty. Exactly. THG. Julien is a wannabe Trotz. Is that a B? Okay, no, it's just a fly. Good. But yeah, Julien, for me, the way he coaches seems like he wants to be Barry Trotz. But it's like, no, we can't just score 2 goals a game and win. We have to score 5. It's like, no, the Islanders are doing it just fine. Yeah, Fiore, I agree with that one. I'm not going to say because Russians are scary. Was he fired since Canada? Exactly, Mike Fiore. We had a really good start, but since going on that 7-1-2 start, we were 2-6-2. 2-6-2. So basically, we were not that great. We were losing to the Senators a lot. So basically, we fired Julien just because we were kind of like, how the fuck are we losing to the Senators? I think this was kind of just the tipping point, losing back-to-back games in overtime in a shootout. We got off to a good start, but we were really stagnating, and it was kind of reminding me of how we were last year. We started last year kind of strong. I think it was 5-3-2. Like we were pretty good for a team that was expected to be kind of middle of the pack. We were doing good. And then we had 2 8-game losing streaks and got swept by the fucking Red Wings in the season series. So yeah, basically he was fired because Canada's a weak division and we were doing poorly in it. We're still in the playoff spot, but yeah, we were in a playoff spot, but just barely 4th seed. Exactly, Wolverine. Great news for the Canadiens. I do thank Claude Julien for his services in his second tenure in Montreal. Really hope Julien gets a head coach job elsewhere and does good for himself. Hopefully he wins the cup with his next team. I'm not going to say, oh, fuck Julien, I hope he retires. No, I hope Julien finds another coaching job and wins a cup with them, I'm not going to be bitter or anything. I definitely thank Julien for his services as well. Obviously he wouldn't have come to Montreal if he didn't want to be our head coach for a while. But it definitely was time to move on, unfortunately, Wolverine. I couldn't have said it any better. Hashtag thank you, Julien. Why not? Thank you, Julien, for your tenure in Montreal. And but it was unfortunately time to move on. Hey, Rich Day, no problem, man. I read it off the Habs NHL site, so I can't take credit for knowing all of this beforehand. But it was definitely interesting to read. And no problem. I'm glad you liked it. Leafs went 13-1 in one of the first 15 games. Jesus, did they, TBC? Holy shit. If it works for us, we just got to start hiring coach for 15 games, firing coaches, bringing coach in. Like, hey, we're going to go 32-2, you guys. You want to join? Barry Jesus. Hell yeah, Sons of Liberty. Trotz is a god. Holy shit. I wonder, Mike Fury, me too, man. Like, I was wondering, okay, if we fire Julien, could we get Gerard Gallant? Seems not yet because Duchesne while he is our head coach, it's only interim. So I wonder if we have talked to Gerard Gallant and say, hey, if Seattle hasn't already offered you a job and you accepted it, do you want to come over and win a cup with the Montreal Canadiens? I wonder if we talk to Gallant or even Patrick Waugh, I do think it'd be interesting. Maybe say get Gallant as your head coach and maybe bring in Waugh as like a goalie coach potentially. I know Price and Allen don't really need goalie coaches, but I mean, hey, doesn't help to have one of the greatest of all time helping you. Doesn't hurt. Did I say it doesn't help? It doesn't hurt having one of the greatest of all time helping you out. Yeah, exactly, Sons of Liberty. If Galley's goal counts, does Julien get fired? I will be honest. Yes, I honestly think we still fire Claude Julien. I think Julien might have seen this coming last night. I think that's the reason he might not have fought hard for Galley's goal to count. I think he might have just been behind the bench. Oh, that should have counted. What are you doing? Instead of being full out enraged, like I've seen him get once or twice. Very rarely does he get actually enraged. But for me, I think if Galley's goal still counts, then Julien might still get fired because we had to win with 2 seconds left in regulation. It's not like oh, it was a 0-0 game and it was just really heavily and we were dominating. And we were dominating the Sens, but Matt Murray was bailing them out. Like, no, it was a tied hockey game, and I don't know why. I will still say that fourth goal, both Tkachuk goals were really softies that Price let in, Julien let in, that Price let in. Like I said, I've always hated him. Yeah, THG. If you've always hated him, I'm sure you're really happy to see him gone. I'm happy to see him gone as well because I do think it was probably time to let him go. I blame the ice for the loss last night. Like, it was so smooth and wouldn't let us score 100% the ice, nothing else. Exactly, Taps. I think we found our comment of the day. I blame the ice for the loss. Thank you for that, Taps. Yeah, it's Wolverine. I'm surprised we parted ways with Kirk Mulpey as well. Or Kirk Mulpey. Why do I keep wanting to say Kirk Mulpey? Who the fuck is Kirk Mulpey? Kirk Muller, but our power play is definitely a problem. I think we haven't scored in 7 games, and we scored 1 in our last 10 or something like that. And unfortunately, we did need to make the change. It would have been great to move Muller somewhere else, but unfortunately, I didn't. I like Captain Kirk, but it was time to move on. And hopefully Alex Burrows can bring something to a power play if he's our power play coach, unless he's just hired and we put someone else as the power play coach. But yeah. Thank you. Hashtag thank you Muller as well, of course. Does goddamn it, Fury. Doesn't help having one of the best of all. Fuck you, Fury. Yeah, TBC. He wasn't fired from losing. He was fired from the team performance on the ice. Like, even if we won, I do think he still would have been fired because the team was performing great. Like, if we were, like I said, if we were putting, say, 63 shots on Murray, but somehow he's making these fantastic saves, and the Sens had like 5 shots, and we were outplaying the Sens like crazy. It was just their goaltending was bailing them out, and we had scored with 2 seconds left. And it's like, yeah, maybe you can make a justification for Julien staying, because like, okay, one game, obviously the goalie's gonna get hot, but it's one of those nights where it's like, Yeah. Oh, Ducharme is an offensive conservative lawyer. Ducharme is an offensive-minded coach. Oh, please help! Oh my God, I hope that's the case. Conservative lawyer. I really hope that's the case. Well, I mean, I'd assume but if he's an offensive-minded coach, really hope this does help our forwards, because keep in mind, under Julien and a kind of defensive-minded system, Tyler Toffoli has 12 goals. Josh Anderson has 9. Jeff Petrie is almost, I think, tied for the team league in points. If our forwards start producing under Ducharme and we start all really clicking, we might have a potential 30-goal scorer in Tyler Toffoli. I'm not going to say we absolutely will, but we might. If we start clicking and everything goes well, holy shit. Wolverine, yeah, Julien definitely saw the firing coming. Oh, I didn't realize he skipped the press conference last night. He was probably going to get asked, like, oh, do you expect to get fired? Oh, should you be fired or whatever? But yeah, I did not know he missed the he skipped the press conference last night. That would probably spell the writing on the wall. Harry predicted it. Hey, Josito, thank you. It's funny, as soon as I jump aboard the fire Julien train, it's like the Habs watch my content, like, oh fuck, this kid's getting on it. Okay, yeah, he's gotta go. It's had to fully TBC. Who's to say he's not going to score 10 goals in each game against the Canucks coming up? Who's to say? TBC? Yeah, Matthews got traded. Let's go. I love my TV, but I hurt his feelings. Verbally assault my TV when Sons of Liberty. I can't blame you, man. Hey, I'm sorry you had to hurt your TV, man. Yeah, Josie, it's like I predicted the firing of Julien, man. It's like I predicted the firing of Julien. Like, that's creepy. Like, 2 games after I joined the fire Julien bandwagon. It's not really a bandwagon, but the fire Julien train, it's like, we're going to fire Julien. So now I don't have a hashtag to put in the description of my fucking videos. Should the Habs go after Jack Eichel? Sons of Liberty? And yeah. Potentially. I think Jack Eichel, depending on what we have to give up, could be an interesting trading asset. Because if the Sabres are stupid enough to trade him off what he's done this year, they won't get much from him. They won't get much out of Jack Eichel or out of the Canadiens for Jack Eichel, which I would love. It'd probably be like, oh, hey, Project Peace and Paling, not Jaden Struble, but say, or is Jaden Struble the one I'm thinking of? Who's the one that people have said he's like Sherratt, but like slightly worse or something like that? Is it Jaden Struble? Because if so, Jaden Struble and say a second, But that's the thing is, do you really want 2 superstar centers in Jack Eichel and Nick Suzuki? Like, which one gets first line minutes? Which one gets second line? It's obvious right now Eichel gets first, Suzuki gets second. But in the future, do you maybe try and have 2 first lines, which would be really solid, but hella expensive. I mean, you got to fully locked up long term. You got Galley locked up long term. You just need to lock up to Tatar. I think you probably play Anderson, Drouin. Actually, it wouldn't be that expensive. Matthews over Eichel and Pasta shouldn't be debated. Exactly, TBC. Matthews, Pasta's maybe the only goal scorer there that could maybe rival him in terms of goal scoring, but Matthews is still so much better. And Eichel is just meh. Eichel's not even really all that great. Then again, he's playing in Buffalo, so can't really judge him fully. Think Caulfield will be a bust? Taps, absolutely not. I'm hoping Caulfield will be a good 30, 40 goal scorer in his career. I do think he could probably score 20, 30. I think 40 plus will be a bit of a struggle. But I'm hoping he can score and hoping he ends up being a steal at 15th overall. I do think Caulfield could maybe be 20 goals. I think that's maybe the minimum. I think Caulfield, if he gets 20 goals a year, 40 points, 50 points, maybe could be considered a bust. But that's the thing. If he's putting up 20 goals, that's still impressive. It takes skill to even be a 20 goal scorer in the NHL. So I don't know. I think 20, 30 goals could be realistically where he fits. 40, 50 is just unrealistic. I do think he will have a 40 goal season at least once in his career, because when you're as skilled as Cole Caulfield, like, how do you not? But I don't think he'll be a bust. Eichel needs to exactly TBC. Like, Eichel needs Taylor Hall, Jeff Skinner, Victor Olofsson, guys like that to do well. Matthews doesn't. Like, if you put Eichel on Toronto, sorry. My apologies. Ooh. But if you put Eichel on Toronto and you play him between, say, Marner and say you move Matthews to the wing for whatever reason, or say you play Eichel in the wing, Eichel should be a 90 point scorer in a regular season because he's playing with Matthews and Marner. It's not because, Eichel finally has his full potential realized. We at best have 8 wins if Eichel's here. TBC, that is very true. That is true. Caulfield has the potential to be a Rocket Richard winner in the prime of his career, but given exactly conservative lawyer. Personally, I don't think playing Caulfield, I think playing Caulfield in the NHL next year would help. Even this year, if we can sign him before the season in not Michigan, Wisconsin wins. Well, technically there is a season in Michigan, but if we can sign him before his college season ends, and he's able to come over after his college studies finish and he plays, say, a few games, say he becomes like Quinn Hughes, he plays a few seasons at the end of the year. Maybe you say like Cale Makar where he plays games in the playoffs, something like that, where it's like, all right, we'll get a small little feeling of how Caulfield's doing. And then if it's like, all right, he's not doing too great, unfortunately, we'll send him down to the AHL next season. Or if it's like, holy shit, he has 5 goals in 7 games, for example, say something weird like that. I was like, all right, yeah, we'll play him fourth, third line. Don't put him in your top 6 right away. Give him time to develop, like you said, conservative, play him third, fourth line if he's doing decent. But even then, I would probably risk it, play him in the AHL for a year, see how many goals he gets, let him get confident in himself, or even more confident in himself, and then be like, all right, Caulfield, you dominated the AHL, let's go. NHL, you're going to be third line. Let's see what you can do, buddy. Something like that. But I definitely think he has potential to be a Rocket Richard winner. Just don't know if he will with a guy named Austin Matthews in the league as well. I saw a video someone was predicting the USA lineup, and he put Eichel on the first line, Matthews on the second. That is absolute cap. Holy shit. Eichel doesn't even make Team USA's roster right now, I don't think. Unless they're trying to play Marian Gaborik on their fourth line. That's yeah, you can put Eichel in there, But yeah, Matthews easily is on the first line for the USA. Most overrated player in the draft that just ended, Alexis Lafreniere. If we're judging off the games that players have played right now, then it's kind of hard to judge because only a few have played, but definitely Alexis Lafreniere. If you're looking at the games that players have played, Stützle should have gone number 1. Are the Sabres the worst franchise ever since Liberty? I would probably say, unfortunately, I'm sorry, Charles, if you're lurking, the Arizona Coyotes, or the Phoenix Coyotes, as they should be. They just been a clown show recently. Holy shit. From the drafting of that one kid who abused a disabled black student for years and doesn't even feel sorry about it, to them not paying out the signing bonuses and paying out contracts, all the stuff that Arizona's doing is honestly pointing them to Houston in 3 years. The sooner the better, I think. The sooner the better that they can relocate Houston to Houston is better, in my opinion. But yeah, guys, I think this is probably going to be the end of the stream in a minute or so here. Claude Julien is fired as Montreal Canadiens head coach. Kirk Muller is fired as assistant and power play coach. Not fucking DeMarcus Cousins. We're not basketball all of a sudden. Dominique Ducharme. I'm going to have to get used to saying that name. Holy shit. Dominique Ducharme takes over as head coach. And Alex Burrows, or interim head coach, sorry, and Alex Burrows joins our coaching staff. Most overrated player on Montreal. Ooh. If we're going off base this season, I don't know, honestly. Probably Philip Deneau. Like Deneau, he got 2 assists last night, which is good, but I don't know. I think Philip Deneau probably might be our most overrated player right now, and I think he regrets not signing that $5 million for 6-year extension right now. However, for going like all time, I really couldn't give you all time, but like right now, Philip Deneau, of what I've seen Montreal playing, probably Max Domi. Like, yeah, he had the good 70-point season, but he was invisible last year for us. Like, he only put up, I think, 30 points, which is still not bad. But for what he wanted, that's god awful, man. You know. But right now, I do think it is probably Philip Deneau. Close second, maybe to maybe Ben Sherratt, maybe Sherratt or Edmondson. I'm not too sure yet. If Montreal trades for Eichel, they take exactly TBC probably. Yeah, exactly. Conservative Lord. Deneau's not number 1 center. He's probably more fitted for number 2, number 3 right now. And that's what I say on like every team in the NHL not named the Canadiens. I think Deneau would be a perfect number 2 center. Perfect number 3 center, maybe. Perfect number 2 if you want that really good two-way Selke candidate who is really, really solid, can put up points when he wants, but is really, really good defensively. You know, like if you want, say, a line of, say Matthews didn't know how to play defense. Like, he can play defense quite a bit, but say he didn't know how to play defense at all. Say you put Matthews on your left wing. Say you put Draisaitl on your right wing. Deneau's a good guy to put on your second line as like that, hey, I'm going to stay back. I'm going to play defense if you guys somehow fuck this up and cough the puck up, you know? Like, you put him in the at center to do that, you know? Is John Tavares overrated? Yes and no. We could sauce you with third or second for Deneau for a third line center. That's honestly kind of tempting, TBC. Second for Deneau is kind of tempting, honestly. It's just I don't know. I'd give it a couple games to see how everything's looking. Because under DeMarcus Cousins, if we start, you know, if we have like a five game winning streak now, and Deneau puts up like 7 points and 2 goals, then we're gonna need a first. Harry Rice, Marley Carey, Mice, goddamn. Winslow roasted me out here. Yo, TVC, a center depth of Matthews, Tavares, and Deneau would be fucking gross. Like, probably the best center core in the NHL. Probably takes that away from the Canadiens. Best center core in the NHL, most likely. Don't you have Jason Spezza as your 4th line center? Oh, no. Is Spezza even a center? Is Spezza actually a center? Can someone let me know, please? I forget if he's a center, because I know he's a winger naturally, but is he a center? I need someone to remind me. But yeah, guys, like I said, this is probably going to be the end of the stream in a couple minutes. Lol is going to have 12 points and 7. God damn it. Yeah, Sons of Liberty, he's going to have 12.7 goals at the end of March. I can't change your mind, man. That's just a fact. Spezza's on your wing, but he is a center. All right, thank you, TBC. I had a feeling because I was playing NHL 08 for something that I'm doing in the future that I'm not going to spoil right now. But I had a feeling, I was like, Spezza plays center, doesn't he? And okay, thank you, TBC, appreciate it. You're so good at center, you can play Jason Spezza on the wing. But yeah, guys, possible coaching changes. Real quick, I do want to address actually with coaching changes for the Canadiens. What does this mean for the lines? Do the lines get shifted around? Does Kotkaniemi finally get put on the second line? Yeah, 5 months before the expansion draft, Sons of Liberty. Holy shit, yeah. Time to start considering exposing Carey Price. We also have Thornton. Jesus Christ, yeah, you guys have Thornton who's playing first-line winger for you guys right now. Like, you guys are stacked at centers that you can start playing them at wing. Like, who's your fourth-line center? Is it fucking Travis Boyd? Alex Galchenyuk? Like, why do you guys keep getting centers that can play wing? Like, I'm jealous of the Leafs, low-key. Yeah. I'm gonna check Discord real quick. Oh shit, I got some massages. I got some massages to look at. Yeah, it's Boyd. Yeah, it's fucking Travis Boyd. Yo, you guys remember Dustin Boyd? That was a sick ass player. Oh, my boy, Mr. DDT coming in. Oh no, was he that fucking bad? He just messaged me about the Julien firing. Yeah, he was Lamau. Oh my god. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get out of here in a minute, I think. I want to enjoy the rest of my day. Toronto and Tampa. Yeah, Suns Liberty. Toronto and Tampa are super teams. Like low key, I not even memeing. I would not be surprised if Toronto gets out of the first round this year. They realistically should. Um, unless Montreal maintains a fourth seed, in that case it'd be 1-4. It'd be Toronto versus Montreal. In that case, I hope Toronto wouldn't get out of the first round because obvious reasons. TBC would know why. But realistically, even against Montreal, they should get out of the first round. Like I would expect the Maple Leafs to get to the conference finals. Like they hired the Grit and Simmons, who's somehow also putting up points. He's looking like Philly Wayne Simmons. They hired Thornton, who is a veteran, never won the cup, but got to it once. Realistically, should exactly TBC. You guys should get to the semifinals at least, even the cup finals. Your team is that fucking good. Like holy shit. The fucking Yo, can we get some hype for Mr. DDT in the chat, boys? He's fucking lurking. The fucking moment I joined the stream, he responded to my message. Literally, the first words I heard was, "Hey, Mr. DDT," and then he read the message and everything. Yo, Mr. DDT, that's amazing timing, dude. Toronto's cursed somehow, though. Yo, can we get some hype from Mr. DDT, boys? Oh my god, that's fucking great timing. He joins the stream. It's like, "Hey, Mr. DDT." Oh my god, that's fantastic. I gotta look at the chat participants. Who's in the chat? Oh wow, he's not even in the chat anymore. Wow, not in the chat. Imagine not being in the chat, boys. No, Mr. DDT, big hype, boys. Yo, can we get some hype from my boy, Mr. DDT, one of the moderators on the channel, boys? He put some respect on his goddamn name, boys. Please do that right now. Mr. DDT, big hype, baby. Let's go. But yeah, Claude Julien was that bad right now. Wow. Owen Wilson, wow. Thought it was bleeding for a second. Wow. I'm drawing Owen Wilson now. Wow. Owen Wilson. Oh shit, yeah, guys. Do you guys want my Paul Bearer impersonation? Impressionation? Because I know I said I would do it last night, and I didn't think I'd be streaming today, but if you guys want at the end of the stream, if you want me to do my Paul Bearer impression, I can do that for you guys. Yeah, DDT hype. Thank you, Sons of Liberty. At least one person's in the stream to hype up Mr. DDT. Harry still has no Skinner. God damn. So let's of course Skinner in my Discord. Hey, James Berry, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, do you look tired? Don't torture us. God damn it, DDT. All right. All right. Holy shit. I gotta try and do this. Oh yes! There we go, boys. Let's go. There's my Paul Bearer impersonation. Let's go. That wasn't too bad. You guys gotta admit that was not too bad. Hey, James Berry, how's it going, buddy? How's it going, James Berry? Let's go. Don't clip me on that, boys. I think that might be one of my few talents is my Paul Bearer impersonation. One of my few. Fuck! My headphones are falling down. My earbuds. My earbuds with one earbudless earbud. Thank you, guys. Harry, do we make playoffs? Thank you, James Harry. Appreciate it. Rich J, because of the coaching change, I think we have a good chance at making the playoffs, personally. I don't know if we can catch Toronto or even Edmonton, but I definitely think we have what it takes to be third in the division. Most likely stay at fourth, but I think we definitely have what it takes to potentially bump up to third. The only teams I'm scared of in the Canadian division, Edmonton and Ottawa. TBC, I don't know why you're scared of Ottawa or Edmonton. They got Bush Bus, but definitely be scared of Ottawa, man. Thank you, James Berry. The moment was better than Endgame. Wow, Sons of Liberty. That's surprising. Oh my god. How long until that clips on fucking Discord? Because someone had to have clipped me. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna be heading out in a minute. Edmonton is Toronto's number, no matter how good or bad each team is. That's a big yikes, TBC. I mean, hey, you won't have to worry about meeting Edmonton in the second round because they always choke. Anaheim, 2017, big boys. I mean, you don't have to worry about meeting Toronto in the second round because they always choke, like I said. They always choke in the first. But yeah, guys. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Harry is still that says pick big rips. But yeah, guys, the Canadiens, they fired Claude Julien. I think we're gonna be good again. Hopefully. And if we're not, if we're still off to a skid, if we're looking the same way we did under Claude Julien, then fucking it's something wrong with the players, I think. Ottawa's winning the cup, no cap. Yo, Sons of Liberty, that's not cap at all, man. Ottawa is absolutely winning the cup. They're going to sweep the Maple Leafs in round 1. They're going to take out the Canadiens in 5. They're going to sweep Tampa Bay in the conference finals or the semifinals. And then the cup finals are going to destroy Vegas in 3 and win the cup then. They're going to win the cup in 3, baby. Sends for cup, baby. Yo, and actually, speaking of Sens, fuck me! Oh shit, I forgot I had these cards. But speaking of Sens, they're going to bring back this boy. They're gonna bring back Marian Hossa, baby. And they're winning the cup. Marian Hossa is gonna overcome his skin condition and win the cup with the Sens. Who played tonight? You had dinner? No, James, it's 2 p.m. I did not have dinner yet. You're playing NXT 21. What am I doing? I am streaming. I mean, after the stream, I'm probably gonna just relax for a while. Hey, Persnickety, I'm happy as well, man. Claude Julien is out as head coach of Le Montreal Canadiens. I'm surprised Randy's not in here. Randy's probably working, actually. He seems like he actually has a life outside of this stream, unlike me. But, yeah, I'm surprised Randy hasn't even popped in. Just been like, hey, let's go. But I'm sure he'll comment on the stream later. He'll probably comment on the video. But the Canadiens, ignore the voice cracks. Ottawa's trading for Bouchard and Lol, and they're going to win. Exactly. Sons of Liberty. They're going to trade for Bouch Bust and Lol Byron. They're going to win the cup, baby. Let's go. So the Montreal Canadiens fire Claude Julien and Kirk Muller. DeMarcus Cousins. No, fuck's his name? Marcus Cousins? What the fuck's his name? I forgot what his fucking name is. Dominique Ducharme. I got to get used to that. Hired as interim head coach, and Alex Burrows joins our coaching staff. Links in the description, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite channel, please wasn't limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything else. Bye, right. If a Canadian team had to win the cup other than Habs, I'd want Edmonton to win. Rich Day, that's surprising. Edmonton or Winnipeg. What the I don't know what I'm saying. Holy shit. You'd want Winnipeg. I'd probably want Toronto, honestly. My best friend is a Toronto fan. And I want her to be happy. So I'd probably go for Toronto. Also, I like Toronto in general. I think it'd be pretty sick. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, please. Not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and everything else. Edmonton for Snickety. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about Edmonton winning the cup. Links. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Else. My name is Harry. Subscribe to Puff Club. Subscribe to the HC Club. Subscribe to the Sub. But if you remember the Mod Squad, thank you very much for moderating any comments on any streams or videos. They've always been your 4th favorite team. Hey, let's go, Persnickety. I've personally don't like the Oilers, but hey, if you do, that's pretty sick, man. We're friends. Hell yeah, James. We're definitely friends, man. Links in the description are my Twitter. Not my Twitter. Sending via the PayPal, you'll get your name on the big ass. Not done word of non-donations. It'll be featured in the next non-25 days of Harry video and the next live stream. Reason I do both is because the back of the live streams usually look really terrible and you can't really see it, so I just do it in the videos as well to make it up. To make up, unless it is in the month of November and December, it will be held on my desk and open during special Christmas Day or Christmas Eve live stream. Yeah. Discord is in the description. We talk on there occasionally. It's pretty fun. I do post notifications every time I go live and every time I post a video. So there's also that. Did you just get up? Yeah, James, I got up maybe 20 minutes before I started the stream. So I've been up for maybe an hour or so. Also in the description is my speedrunning account. Once I get a controller that works on my computer and once I get a controller that works on my computer, I'll be able to start doing some speedrunning videos, some speedrunning, going on speedrun.com. I'll also be able to start doing some more video game videos in general. I think that'll be really fun. Yeah. And the final thing in the description is my letterbox. I'll be there. Hey, thank you, James. Very appreciate it. Final thing in the description is my letterbox. That's where I rate a few movies. Very rarely I actually review them. Most of the time I just rate them. Sorry. You party? Lol. No, I don't party, James. Very man. Who plays tonight? I actually don't know who plays tonight, James. I actually forgot. My apologies. But Letterboxd is where we review movies very rarely. I'll actually review them. Most of the time, I just rate them. You check it out if you want to know what movies I love, unless you'd rather check out the video I made for Christmas Day last year, which me on being my top 100 movies of all time in 2020. Or if you want to wait till the end of the year this year, you can check out a special video for 25 Days of Harry. I also have movies I hate on there. Definitely want to do a video on that in the coming months. I think that'd be really fun to do. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for today's stream. Montreal Canadiens actually had the balls to fire Claude Julien. This is nuts. Hopefully, this means a decent enough turnaround for the season of Toronto. If they do play tonight, that's pretty cool. That is going to do it, guys. Thank you all so much for coming out to the stream. I was extremely disappointed in the hockey guy. Usually think he's on spot on about things he said. Really, persnickety. He said he agreed with the goal last night not being a goal. Wow. That's surprising. I don't want to say I'm disappointed in the hockey guy. I'm just surprised that he would say that that's not a goal. I mean, I would joke and say, oh, he's a Boston fan. Of course he thinks that, but I mean, I can't even joke about that because like he's like not even a Boston fan anymore. He's fucking impartial as all hell. Like holy shit. Like you could almost criticize the guy. Like fucking go like do videos on your teams. You know. Like that's the only thing that sucks with the hockey guys. He doesn't do videos on Boston, Vancouver, and Dallas that much because he gets people for some reason bitching in the comments. Oh, you only do videos about your teams when 99% of the channel is about other teams. So, but yeah, but that's weird. I actually closed. Funny enough, I actually closed the tab that I had for last night's reviews. But I was interested to hear what the hockey guy thinks. That's surprising. He agrees with it not being a goal. That's really surprising, actually. But I'll definitely have to check it out and see what he said. If he just said, I don't think it was a goal, or if he went into it like, oh, I don't think it was a goal, blah, blah, blah. But that's interesting. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Harry Rice. I love you all so much. If we can get some triple heart squads in the chat, boys, before the end of the stream, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Yeah, guys, that is going to do it for today's stream. I love you all so much. Thank you all for watching. The channel would not be what it is without you guys watching and supporting it. It really means a lot, passing 400 subscribers. We're on the road to 1K for this year. We're on the road to 500 right now, but the permanent goal of road to 1K for this year. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much. My name is Harry Rice, and I am out. Stay classy, boys. Peace. Go Habs, baby. Go Habs for Snickety. Let's go. Go Habs. I'm trying to end the stream. There we go. I'm not doing it this time.